One is in the books, and I won. I won 131 to 90. I'm surprised because I was a big underdog in this week, but the guy that I was playing, his team underperformed. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm cool. The biggest points getters from me, Lamar Jackson, 43 points, man. He went off. Lamar went off. But he played the Miami Dolphins, which they're just giving up the season. So this dude had 5 touchdowns. He only ran for 6 yards. And that's surprising. I'm watching the scores like Lamar got all these points. I know he's running for touchdowns, but no, it's all passing touchdowns. He was picking up Marquise Brown all day. They throwing bombs on them dudes. So Lamar Jackson carried me. And Marlon Mack, a lot of people was afraid to play or draft Marlon Mack because Andrew Luck retired, but he did his thing, man. He did his thing. In the second half, he really exploded. You know, I had modest contributors from everybody else. Like Tyreek Hill got hurt. Cooper Kupp, he did like 8 points. And I'm just happy Cooper Kupp didn't get hurt because he coming off a injury from last year. And, don't know. But he was out there. He was getting targeted. So I'm happy for that. David Montgomery looked good, but that doesn't mean they're going to give him the ball. It seemed like their coach wanted to bring him in slowly. But he looks good, man. He's juking. I read somewhere that somebody said David Montgomery looks like Barry Sanders. And I'm like, no, he doesn't look like Barry Sanders. But I understand why the guy said that, because nobody is Barry Sanders. Nobody looks like Barry Sanders. So if you almost look like Barry Sanders, you're gonna get compared to him. But he doesn't look like Barry Sanders. But David Montgomery got some moves to him. You know what I'm saying? He gets the ball. It's almost like a little bit of Le'Veon Bell, as he's so patient, but he's quick. He's patient, but he's quick. He'll get to the line, he'll stop, but he's moving. You know what I'm saying? You don't know which direction he's going to go to. So he probably got 1% of Barry Sanders in him, but ain't nobody Barry Sanders, man. He's the greatest. David Montgomery, the report says, man, they're going to bring him around slowly. So I'm afraid to put him in the lineup next week. Even though I think he's going to score a touchdown, I'm afraid. Travis Kelce will be all right, just 10 points. Will Fuller, I started him. He caught one big bomb, only had 3 targets. I don't think I'm going to start him. My kickers and my defense did all right, I just threw them in. I stream kickers. I stream defenses. We got a defensive spot, a IDP, where you can pick one defensive player. I stream those 2, meaning I pick a different one every week. But Robbie Gold gave me 12. Seattle gave me 12. I was happy. I was good. It's good. Team did good. I'm afraid, man, because my team is not really deep. And I lost my second round draft pick, Tyreek Hill. They say he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks and maybe longer. I just put him in the IR spot. Hopefully it come back, but gotta move on. Speaking of moving on, I had to cut some people. I had to cut them. Because if you're not producing, you got to get cut. Cut Justice Hill maybe too early for that, but I had to get rid of him. And Royce Freeman, I had to get rid of him too. Gone. He gone. Picked up Jamison Crowder. Picked up Ronald Jones, Giovanni Bernard, John Ross. Yeah. And I also picked up Matt Bryan, the kicker from Atlanta, and New England Patriots defense. That was my number one waiver wire, the New England Patriots defense, because playing the Miami Dolphins, I think they're going to get about 20 points. So rolling into next week, I put Miles Sanders in the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about him. I'm hearing that he's going to be getting a lot of volume. He looks good. He was a second-round draft pick. They moved up to get him. And, you know, he coming out of Penn State. He was balling out in Penn State for 1 year because the previous years he was sitting behind Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting behind Saquon Barkley. That ain't nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? Saquon Barkley is a beast. Probably put Robbie Anderson in the lineup this week. Jameson Crowder gonna go. Jameson Crowder had a pretty good career a couple of years ago. Just one of them little fast slot guys, kind of like Cooper Kupp, to just, you know, run 4 yards and get the ball. Last week he caught 14 passes, 17 attempts, 17 targets. Sam Darnold, I trust Sam Darnold. I actually want to pick Sam Darnold up. You know what I'm saying? I got Lamar Jackson. Don't nobody want to trade me. I want to get rid of Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of him while he hot. I'll pick up Sam Darnold, you know what I'm saying? But don't nobody want to trade me. This is how my team looking, man. I just got to keep working, man. The good part of what I do is if you're not producing for me, you're going to get cut. You're going to get cut. I'm going to pick up the new hot waiver wire off the waiver wire. Whoever hot. You know what I'm saying? I think Ronald Jones, he might be getting it. You know what I'm saying? He looked good. And the carries that he had last year was a total bust for him, but he was a high second-round draft pick. Like, sometimes it takes people a year or so for it to click in. That's what happened with Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon didn't score a touchdown his first year, and people thought he was a bust. Next year, he was a baller. Yeah, man, this is my team, man. This is my journal. Just on a video, just, you know what I'm saying? Something I can look back on after the season. And I can figure out what my thought pattern was on each player that I picked up in each week. And I'm not comfortable with this team right now, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have no real boss that's just, you put in the lineup and you just feel comfortable about, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no Christian McCaffrey, no Saquon Barkley, you know what I'm saying? I don't got that on this team, but, you know, I got Travis Kelce. He's a tight end, but, you know, he's a baller. And I'm just waiting for David Montgomery to really come around, and I'm waiting for Miles Sanders. I think when they start doing their thing on a consistent basis, this team will be all right. The way I drafted was, I didn't draft the team to win now. I drafted to win towards the end of the season and in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Because I noticed that players get hurt throughout the course of the season, and new players pop up out of nowhere. There's new running backs that pop up and just ball out, just out of nowhere. And I know that's going to come. It's going to be more players that's just going to pop up. This lineup that I got now, it might look totally different in week 10. But, you know, that's what I got for now. Every win, every point that I get is very important because I'm not trying to win now, and this team is built to win later. But my running backs, Montgomery, Mack, Miles Sanders, Ronald Jones, hopefully they'll carry me, because running backs is the key to winning fantasy football. You got some good running backs and some solid receivers, you're going to win. And I'm out.